Hello everybody and welcome back to another game with your Mighty Fishes. This time a sort of home and away back-to-back doubleheader against the Little Melonheads, Parks Department Field number 2. I am your commentator for today as we take off with Pete Wheeler. First up today, Todd Xavier on the mound for the Melonheads. Their pitcher, one of their main pitchers, one of their two main pitchers, but everybody for the Melonheads have had some experience on the mound this season, but Xavier one of the two main ones as Pete Wheeler puts down a bunt, throws over to first, and gets him. Good play there by Xavier. Got to the ball pretty quickly and got the out. Brings up Ernie Steele up now. Still leads the team in strikeouts, unsurprisingly, but has had a pretty good season with 19 hits besides those many strikeouts. Most of them singles. Only one double on the year for him. Not the quickest runner as he takes ball one inside. But he can get on base and bring in runs when is required of him as he puts a slow grounder to the left side, picked up by the catcher on the plate, throws over to first to get the out. Oh, we have two away. If we talk about Xavier real quick, 21 innings leads the team in that, a 3.19 ERA, so decently low for him. 14 Ks on the year as Pablo takes strike one on the inside corner. A team ERA of 3.90 for the Melonheads through their many different pitchers as Pablo hits a high fly ball to the right side. Right fielder going for it, but that'll get down and go all the way past him and over the fence for a ground rule double. And Sanchez ups that batting average as well as upping those hits to 23 on the year. Up now, Jocinda Smith, second on the team in home runs with 3. If you remember last game, hit a very clutch, very timely bomb to put the team ahead by 2 and essentially win the game for the team as she hits that one on the ground to the left side. Picked up on the ground, throws to first to get the out there. So nice hit by Pablo, but 3 straight groundouts after lead to the end of the inning for the Fish, and we will go to the bottom half, tied at 0. Vic Souffle leading off, the first baseman for the Melonheads. 11 hits for Vic, most impressive 3 doubles for her, as well as 3 walks. This team shoots a ground ball to the left side, picked up by Steele. The throw to first is just in time to get him. Get Vic there first. This team is pretty good at walking, the Melonheads. Many other people have at least 2 walks. I believe 6 of their 9 do. Machiko up now. Adachi batting second and playing second base for these Melonheads. Adachi 8 hits and 10 strikeouts to her 3 doubles to go with her 258 batting average. A lot going on for her. One of the team leaders in Ks with 10. A very three true outcome kind of team here. They do a good job of getting people on base, but not a lot of scoring them. But a decent amount of home runs and a pretty good pitching staff has provided the Melonheads with a 5-6 record on the year as Kenny 2 strikes on Machino. Swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout there. That is Kenny's 61st of the season. Strikeout to go along with this 2.33 ERA. Melonheads, as I was saying, as Sydney Chain swings through strike 1, are 5-6 on the year. They're tied for 5th and 3 games back of the Fish for first place in the league currently. As she pops that one up to straightaway center. Pete over and makes the catch. The flyout will end there, and we'll talk more about both sides And the top of the second as we head there now. With Ashley, the Weber sisters, leading us off, followed by Kenny. Weber behind the plate today, at least this one. Leads the team in triples with only 2. More of a singles roster, a get on base kind of roster, but Ashley does a good job as she swings to strike 1. The Fish back on track this game after a tough loss 2 days ago. Puts them, as Ashley hits that one to left, will get down and go all the way to the wall. Ashley at first digging for 2, but will decide to head back. What a throw by their center fielder there. So Ashley's on by it with a base hit there. So I was saying the Fish 8-3 now. Come back from a bad loss earlier to come back for a solid win last game to keep their 1-game lead in first place in the league as we reach the end of this season. It's nice to have a little cushion going into the postseason. We potentially will have a good shot of making it regardless as Sydney puts that one towards the left side to the shortstop. The turn, throw to second, throw to first, double play. As the Melonheads with great defense get both Ashley and Sydney. And all of a sudden, 2 outs for the Fish. Brings up Kenny Kawaguchi, the pitcher.
Here I go.
11 hits for Kenny, a .423 average for him. Leads the team in walks with 3. One of 2 players to walk, him and Tony. Kenny seems to walk a lot, though, as he hits a little dinker pop fly that's caught by Xavier on the mound. And will be an out there. Will fly out there. Will end the Fish's half of the second. As we go to the bottom half now. Leading off for them, the 4th place hitter Nate Kowalski, their shortstop. Turned a good double play last inning. Kowalski here, 10 hits and 3 homers, but 8 strikeouts to go for. So he can hit the ball hard when he puts it in play. It's a ground ball left side, picked up by Sydney. Diving play, throws over to first, and gets him there. What a play at third base by Sydney Weber. Granted, double play last time up. Now up Heather Quinn, the right fielder. Not a lot of action for her yet today as Kenny throws the first pitch. His patented slow ball gets grounded up the middle. Dante over, picks it up, throws it to first, and just gets her. A little struggle there for Dante, but he ended up making the play. And that'll be Heather Quinn out. As Kenny has retired 5 straight. Bring up the catcher behind the plate. Brett Olson, the 6th place hitter. A 111 hitter for this team. 12 strikeouts. But to deal with that, 5 walks for him and 3 home runs. So he fouls that one back. You talk about 3 true outcome hitters. Brett Olson is definitely the definitive example of that, as he either generally strikes out or hits a bomb, but he bunts that one and has one heck of a bunt single there. Unexpected from him with his batting average, but that puts him on the first base runner and the first hit of the game for the Melonheads. Comes with 2 outs. Puts him in at first. Felix Grant, the 7th place hitter, the left fielder. Just missed a ball on Ashley's base hit. But now 1 man on and 2 down as Kenny throws that slow ball hit to the left side. Missed by Sydney, but picks it up, throws it to first, and gets the out. Almost a misplay there. But no dice for the Melonheads as we go to the top of the 3rd now with Dante Robinson leading us off for the Fish, followed by Tony DeVecchio and Pete Wheeler. Not a lot of action so far this game as we are quickly into the 3rd, not even 10 minutes into this game. Dante, a .413 hitter, 8 strikeouts, 2nd place on the team in Ks as he fouls that one off to the left side on home plate. 12 hits for his 8 Ks. 2nd in stolen bases on the team with 3 as he hits that one to the left side. Picked up by the 3rd baseman, Sidney Chain, over to Big Souffle at first will get the out. And up comes Tony Del Vecchio up now. 10 hits, all of them singles for his .370 batting average. Not a lot of action usually over there on right, but is still a big part of this team as he has had some not necessarily highlight reel moments, but has been on base for some big things. Good on base weapon for this team as he swings through strike 2. Not much of a strikeout guy, but has his fair share so far this season. Looking to not be another victim as he hits that one up the middle, right into the shift, but if he can hustle, that ball died right in front of second, and what a play by the shortstop. A ground out there for Tony as Nate Kowalski there makes one heck of a play and brings up Pete Wheeler,
What am I
who is
supposed to do again?
0 for 1 on a good play by Xavier there to get him at first on his bunt attempt last time. If you could guess what he's going to do now, puts down another one as he's hustling Xavier over, picks it up, throws it to first, not in time. One of his better bunts of the year, I would say. As that one went pretty well down the first base line. Brings up Ernie Steele.
With your hard hat on.
Grounds out in his first at bat, but now has a chance with a man on to do some damage here. If he can get on for Pablo. The first pitch in, fouled back. Pete Wheeler was moving on that play, but Ernie could not pass up that pitch, and I don't blame him either. That was a good pitch. Xavier is set for pitch number 20. The pitch, swing and a line drive into left field with the hit and run on. That'll get Pete Wheeler to third. Might end up sending him home. Pete Wheeler to third, around third. He's on his way home, and he will score on the RBI base hit by Ernie Steele. And the ball gets thrown away and out of play. And there goes Ernie on his way to second now in scoring position. And he'll keep moving all the way over to third. And that puts him a single away from getting in and putting in that second run of the game. A costly error by these Melonheads. Something that you don't see very often from them, but potentially has been contributing to their 5-6 record, really. Well, that brings up Pablo today. A double in his first at-bat. Looking to keep the streak alive here with a man at third. If he can get on base, put another run in, put the Fish in a good position here against these guys. As the pitch comes in, and Pablo, high fly ball to right field. Second baseman is back and can't make the play. Bounces off Sidney Chang there. Or sorry, Michiko Adachi there. And we'll get down. That'll be an error, I believe. But Pablo stays on first, and Ernie Steele will score, and that adds a 2-0 lead. And all of a sudden, 2 errors proving very costly for these Melonheads, as the Fish have put 2 on in the third. Now Jacinda Smith up 0 for 1 today, as she takes ball 1 on the outside corner. Smooth ground out for Jacinda in her first at bat. As the second pitch comes in, she hits that one high and hard to right. That's going, gone. Jacinda Smith with her 4th homer of the year, and she must be heating up because that's 2 games in a row with a home run for her. Ups her total to 4 homers, 15 hits on the year. And listen to that music as she's rocking out around the bases. Doubles the Fish run and doubles their lead. Puts it up to 4-0 over these Melonheads. And just like that, the Fish seem to have gotten to Xavier after 2 innings of 2-hit ball for him has led to an inning of 4 straight runs, all with 2 outs, which I think has been the most impressive part for this Fish team as Ashley swings through strike 1. 4 runs generally has been all that the Fish have needed to win games, as Ashley swings through strike 2 there. Fish tend to score 4 or more, they tend to win. We'll see if that remains the case today, as Ashley hits a ground ball right up the middle. Picked up by Xavier on a little dive and throws to first to get her, and that'll end the Fish's half of the 3rd inning. And we'll go to the bottom half. But not without 4 runs from the fish on these Melonheads, as Xavier definitely ups his ERA from that 3.19 that he had before. Speaking of Xavier, that brings him up here, the 8th placed hitter, as he bats a 296 hitter. So he takes strike 1 on the inside. Only 8 hits for him and 5 Ks, but 3 bombs for him, looking to help himself out here. So he fouls off strike 2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Kenny looking for strikeout number 2, taken backwards K for strike 3. Kenny's second of the game. Brings up the center fielder, Tina Herrera, a 347 hitter. A better hitter than Xavier, that's for sure. At least by sheer average. As she hits that one on a line right to Dante, who makes the diving play over to Jocinda for the ground out. So another quick out there. Gets 2 and brings up Vic Souffle, who hit a ground out in her first at bat. I believe a bunt attempt. Didn't really go her way. But not a strikeout, so could have been worse. First pitch in here, fouled back. A slow swing for a slow pitch. Puts Vic in the hole, 0-1. Pitch number 2 here, taken for strike 2, and Kenny strike away from his second K of the inning. Fastball taken inside for a ball. Looked good to me. Big Souffle, the first baseman. The pitch in, slow ball, swing, and a miss. That is strike 3, and Souffle's out. And that'll end the third, as Kenny's third of the game there gets them out of that inning. And now Sydney Weber up 0 for 1 today. A part of that double play that got her and her sister out last inning. This pitch in here, slow ball, ground ball right up the middle. Just past a diving Xavier, and it dies in front of second, and Sydney will get on with a single. Tough play with that shift there. Put them in a tough spot. But that brings up Kenny Kawaguchi, the 407 hitter, who flew out his last time up. Xavier on a pretty low pitch count for being in the 4th at 27 pitches. Pitch comes in as Kenny fouls that one off back. Again, a low pitch count, but a lot of action as 4 runs came in last inning. It's a 4-0 game as Kenny fouls that one off again. And now down to his final strike of this at-bat, 0-2. With Sydney on first with no outs as he weak ground ball right in front to the catcher Olsen, who throws to first to get the out there, over to second. Whoa, what a double play there. Again, some great defense for the second double play of the game for the Melonheads. That went Olsen to Souffle over to Adachi at second. The good old 2-3-4 double play there. Brings up Dante Robinson with a ground out in his first at-bat. And that really helped Xavier out to hopefully keep that pitch count low. The only other pitcher they've really thrown a lot has been Tina Herrera, but she's sitting at a 5.05 ERA as Dante swings through strike 1 there, a 1-1 count. Herrera, 17 Ks on the year, but a 5.5 ERA is not conducive for what you want, especially down 4-0. Dante fouls that one off to the left side. 1-2 count here for Robinson as he pops that one up, but right in front of the mound, and is caught by Xavier for the out. Little pop out there will end the Fishes' half of the inning there. We go to the bottom of the 4th now with Michiko Adachi leading off. Performed with a strikeout today. The first victim of Kenny's pitching this game. A part of a great double play last inning. As she hits that one hard on the ground to right. Picked up by Jocinda a little late, but throws to first and gets the out. I cannot believe that. Good on Kenny for covering there. That was a tough play. I cannot believe they got her. Adachi is out. And that'll bring up Sydney Chain up a flyout in her first at-bat. Brings her average down to 281 as the first pitch is in for a strike. Sydney Chain, the third baseman, not had a ton of luck over there at the hot corner, but has been playing a decent game as she takes ball one on the inside. And now the 1-1 pitch from Kenny. Swing and a miss. Strike two. And now a 1-2 count. Kenny looking for his fourth of the game. Slow ball. Little grounder in front of the plate. Picked up by Ashley. Hard throw over to first to get the out there. And another out for Sydney Chain will bring up Nate Kowalski, the shortstop who had a ground out his last at-bat. While striking out 8 times, still a danger with his 3 home runs. As is most of this team, who seems to have the ability to hit for power, but also the ability to strike out frequently. And the pitch is in there. Late on the slow ball for strike one. Can only assume Kenny will then go to the fastball in there for strike two. And quickly, Kowalski's in the hole. 0-2. Pitch 28 for Kenny in the bottom of the fourth is inside for ball one. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and foul. Kowalski having a pretty good at-bat after a tough 0-2 start. Has fouled off a couple as he takes ball two there. Working Kenny here. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat as he hits that one high to center and caught. A good at-bat for Kowalski there, but leads to nothing more than a flyout as Kenny makes it through 4 on 1 hit. And we go to the top of the 5th with Tony DeVecchio leading off. Tough ground out in his first at-bat. They got by the pitcher, but still couldn't make it in time to first. Again, no action for Tony in right quite yet. As the first pitch comes in high for a ball. As Tony takes ball one, it's important to point out again that Tony is one of 2 players on the team to walk. And the only other one being Kenny as he hits that one on the line right to the shortstop Kowalski. Making up for that flyout with a decent line out there. Brings up Pete Wheeler. 1 for 2 on the day.
What am I supposed to do?
And I don't think I've seen Wheeler do anything but bunt this season, so you got to assume that's what he's going to do here. We'll see if the team is prepared for that as he puts that one down the left sideline. And, I talk about last at-bat being his best bunt. That's got to be his best one of the season. Perfectly shut down that third base line. And we'll bring up Ernie Steele. Credited with a triple, but I'd call that more an error more than anything else. But now with 1 down, that brings up Steele. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch in here as he swings and misses for a strike. And the throw on a second gets by and into center field. And Pete Wheeler will take his sweet time over to third base. And I'll tell you what, that worked out a little better than could have expected as Steele swung through that hit and run attempt. But Pete made it to second and all the way over to third without much of an issue. Well, that leaves Steele up with 1 strike and 1 out and a man over at third looking to extend this lead for the Fish. The pitch in, Steele fouled back. 0-2 now. Xavier looking for his first K of the game. Steele looking to not get his 10th of the season. The pitch in, another foul back. As pitch number 40 for Xavier is spoiled once again by Steele. The pitch in. Line drive to center field. That'll get down. The throw in goes to the pitcher's mound and cut off there, but Pete Wheeler will score before the ball can get there. Ernie Steele with another RBI single and continuing to avoid that 10th strikeout of the season as Pablo Sanchez steps up to the plate. Michino Adachi in now to pitch. Only thrown a couple innings on the year, not a lot on her for the team. As Pablo just a bit behind on that slow ball, really waiting for that first strike one. Pablo a double and a single today. A triple and a home run away from the cycle, but I don't think he's going to get there. So he hits that one high and deep to right. Back, gone! Maybe that cycle is in a better perspective there than I thought. As he hits that one out. Listen to that soundtrack as he rounds the bases. Always music to my ears to hear that. And that puts run number 6 and number 7 on the board as the Fish have opened it up this inning. As Adachi did not necessarily do what they needed to there. Not a good first batter. And will now face Jacinda Smith, who has also hit a home run this game. So a tough first two batters to face for sure. We'll see if she can do anything with this. And that's a liner to the right side, just past the second baseman. Can he throw it in time? Over to first. We'll get Jacinda. The ground out. That was the former pitcher, Todd Xavier. Now second baseman. Ashley Weber up now. Base hit in her first at-bat, followed by a ground out. It's a part of the first double play of the game for the Melonheads. As she swings and misses on strike one. Ashley behind the plate has had to make some decent defensive plays and has done a pretty good job so far. She swings through strike two. Once again, Ashley has been a good change at second base. If you remember the first couple of games of the year, as ball one is thrown on the outside, she was a part of the middle infield tandem with her sister Sydney. Got moved behind the plate after some struggles defensively, but she has really come back around as she hits that one hard right up the middle and a solid base hit for Ashley. Puts her on as the ball gets away from the first baseman. Ashley trying to move over to second and does, as the throw from the first baseman hit the pitcher on the way over. And I hope Adachi's okay there, as Souffle really threw that one at her. And now Sydney Weber up. 1 for 2 with a single. Could bring her sister in here. At least that's the hope for her. As the first pitch comes in here, a ball on the inside. Sydney a part, again, of that double play that happened in the... a part of both double plays, rather. As Sydney hit into one and then was on base when the second one happened. So part of both double plays today. As Adachi throws ball 3. Sydney looking for a walk here and to be the third Fish to walk on the year. Pitch comes in. The 3-0. Hit on a line to left field. That's going back towards the wall, but is caught. A line out there. Caught by the left fielder, Felix Grant. And a 3-0 swing there, which up 7 is not that terribly surprising. But that'll bring up Heather Quinn for the Melonheads. A ground out in her first at bat brings her average down to 294. She hits that one on a line to the right side. Tried to pick up by Jacinda, but unable to do it. And what a comedy of errors there, as they aren't able to get the out there. And Heather Quinn will most likely be credited with a single. We'll bring up Brett Olson, who did hit a single in his first at-bat, and a pretty good one at that. The 142 hitter has a chance with the second base runner of the game for the Melonheads, this time with no outs rather than 2 before when he got his hit, as he swings through strike 2. Olson now 0-2. A good comeback here if Kenny can get him here. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. As Olson goes down swinging, another strikeout for Kenny, as now Felix Grant steps up with a man all one out. And a double play would look real nice on the scorecard right about now. Line drive, left side. Ernie over. And looks like can only get the out at second, but does get the out. We'll leave a good fielder's choice there for Grant. And get the second out. Ernie a little slow on the ball there, but ended up getting there. And getting it out, so nothing really to complain about. Next up will be Todd Xavier Former pitcher, now turned second baseman, struck out looking in his first at bat. As the first pitch comes in from Kenny. Swinging on the first pitch, ground ball. Picked up by Ashley behind the plate and over to first for the out. Easy play behind the plate there, and that'll end the bottom of the fifth. And we will go to the final inning of this game, the sixth inning here, with the Fish up 7-0, with Kenny Kawaguchi leading off. Kenny 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a fly out.
Right over the center.
Or a fly out and a, well, basically both. A double play nonetheless for his second at bat. Brings the average below 400 for the second time this year. Let's see if he can up that up. Whoa, and he yanks that foul. Could have been gone if it was fair, but what a smack by Kenny. Shows that he has the power if he can keep it fair. As Adachi throws here, just low for ball one. I'm sure Kenny wouldn't mind his fourth walk of the season. Getting on base once again. The pitch in here. Ground ball to the left side. Picked up by the shortstop Kowalski. Over to Souffle at first to get the out. And the ground out brings up Dante Robinson, who is also 0 for 2 today. Struggles in the bottom half of the lineup. 0 for 7 today now. From the bottom three in the Fish lineup. But luckily today it hasn't really mattered, as Dante hits that one to the right side. Just foul. Dante, a 387 hitter so far. Looking to do some damage here. Hopefully get on base for another time this year. So he takes the fastball low and away for a ball. 1-1 count for him. Dante, with 8 hits and as many strikeouts, fouls it back on the bunt attempt. 8 Ks, 12 hits, 3 stolen bases from him, so a good amount of speed on the base path when he can get on. We'll see if he can do something here. And the bunt attempt gets it to the right side. Adachi over. The throw to first just gets Robinson. You commend the man for trying to get on in any way he can. Tony up now, 0 for 2. Ground out and a line out so far this game. And not really necessarily a lot going on for him in right, but mark of a good game for him when he doesn't have to really mess with the ball. So he fouls that one off for strike one. Tony up now. The pitch, swing, and a line drive to the right side, just past the first baseman. Tony hustling. Can he make it in time? He cannot. And a ground out of sorts to the right fielder, Heather Quinn. Our first real play of the game. Creates an out for Tony. That's what you get for being a slow runner. And so we go to the bottom of the sixth and hopefully the last inning here, as Tina Herrera comes up for the second time. So far, a ground out in her first at bat, as Kenny, for one of the first times, is making it into the sixth under 40 pitches at 38 with 4 Ks. Bunt attempt popped up, foul. And now the 0-2 on pitch number 40 for strikeout number 5. Swing and a miss, not even. Strikeout looking there gets Tina Herrera for the first out, and now Vic Souffle up now with 1 strikeout on the game. As Kenny throws the first pitch, ground ball right side, picked up by Kenny, and over to first for the out. A quick out there for Souffle. And hopefully one of only 2 people to be able to bat 3 times this game for them. As Michiko Adachi comes up now, the now pitcher, former second baseman. Strikeout and a ground out. The Melonheads are down to their final out of the first game of this home and home series against the Melonheads. First pitch in. Swing, and that's hit high to left. Pablo over. And can't make the play. Just misses it. And that will be thrown in. Potentially a base hit there for Adachi, so good for them. Third base runner of the game. Well, that'll bring up Sydney Chain. And once again, down to their final out. Got a hit with their last one. So see what they can go with here. And the hope is that they are unable to come back from 7 runs with 2 outs in the 6th. She takes strike 1 on the inside. 0 for 2 on the day. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And they're down to their final strike. 0-2. Fastball. Fouled off. Still down to their final strike. Sydney Chain, the third baseman. Pitch from Kenny. Slow ball in there. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 6 on the game will end the game for the Fish. A commanding 7-0 win for these Fish. Will beat out the Little Melonheads. And that does not bode well for the Melonheads for Game 2 coming up next week, as we get back into the Backyard Baseball League from all of us at the Backyard Baseball Sports League and your Mighty Fishes, who are now 9-3 on the year. We bid you farewell. Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for another game of your Mighty Fishes Baseball.